What's up, Illuminaires? Welcome back to another Lorcana video here on Inkspot Games. My name is Matt and we have some new cards to go over here. And I don't usually do videos on like just any old random card. Sometimes if it's something I find interesting, I'll do a video on it. But there are a couple cards here that did catch my eye and actually did create some discussion in the Lorcana Twitter space today, and we're going to kind of go over them and see what we think. But before we do that, please, if you enjoy Lorcana content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. With all that out of the way, let's get right into it. So as you can see, the first card we have here is called Distract. It's an action, 2 cost, inkable. That's always nice. And it's pretty simple. A chosen character gets -2 attack this turn, and you draw a card. So obviously more draw power is a good thing. This would go really well, I feel like, in a Sapphire Steel deck. Actually, in Ruby Sapphire too. Now that I think about it, any like combination with Sapphire that likes challenging, this card would go really good with. Obviously, drawing the card is also really helpful, but being able to kind of challenge your opponent's cards with taking less damage is always nice. So this card could be sneaky. I don't know if it's the kind of thing you would run 4 of, but I don't think it's bad actually. The artwork is really funny. I do like the artwork, but I think this could really see some play in some decks possibly. I would like to know what you think though. It's definitely interesting. I know like these kind of effects aren't always the most attractive, but I think adding the draw a card thing and the fact that it is inkable and only costs 2, which isn't insanely steep, could actually be really helpful. So I think this card actually will see play in Sapphire Steel, maybe Ruby Sapphire, any deck that really values challenging or gets advantage or gains something off of challenging your opponent's characters. Moving on to the next card here, and this is one of the cards that has created some discussion amongst the community, is the Sorcerers Hat. This is a 2 cost inkable item, Amethyst, and the effect is Incredible Energy. Pay 1 ink, name a card, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's the named card, put that card into your hand. Otherwise, put it on the top of your deck. So, I think this card, some people are saying that this card's like really good, bonkers good. That, oh, you can pair it with certain things and it's a free draw, or, you know, stuff like that. I think that this card is good. I think that it's good. I think it's decent on its own, but it's good when it's paired with certain other things, like I just said, that other people were saying. Like the obvious sort of combo here is using Ursula's Cauldron, right, where you can see the top cards of your deck, rearrange them in any order you want, and then obviously you would do Sorcerer's Hat to draw that. It's essentially like it's almost like a magic mirror that costs less, but you would have to be really specific about what cards you're putting at the top of your deck. It's not just a free draw, but obviously if you have Ursula's Cauldron in play, or something like the first chapter Yzma or something like that, or the Merlin Squirrel, where you can put something on the top of your deck of your choice, this card will come in handy. I think that it can be a one of in Amethyst decks, maybe 2. The costing 1 lore or 1 ink rather, isn't like a very steep cost at all, and it's inkable and only costs 2 as an item. So like this, I think, can see play and does have utility. The question is, like, if you have to choose between like this and the spell book for Amethyst, like, I don't know. I feel like if you want more draw power, obviously you do this, but if you want to be more aggressive, you take the card that gives you more lore. But draw power in Amethyst is already really good, and especially with the Merlin stuff and drawing clutch cards throughout the game, something like this can be potentially game winning. Especially because there's a million different ways to put the card you want on the top of your deck to add to your hand easily with this. One thing that's also worth noting that was clarified today is that you don't have to give like the full name of the card. And also, it's not just a character, it's any card. Any card, not just character. That's important to remember. So like, let's say in my deck I had Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie, and Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor. All I have to name is Mickey Mouse. I don't have to be specific and name Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie. As long as it's a Mickey Mouse character, then I'll be able to add it to my hand. That's for characters. That's very important to remember. But again, this can be any card in that's on the top of your deck, and there's just a million ways to, not a million ways, but there's some ways to put cards you want on the top in Amethyst specifically, so this card synergizes with the deck very, very well. The art's amazing. One thing that's interesting here, this is Minnie Mouse looking for it, and it reads, the flavor text reads, Minnie approached it cautiously. Whoever had placed it here might have prepared traps. So again, we're still kind of building this lore here. It seems like Minnie Mouse has been going on a quest these last couple cards she's been in, so it'll be cool to see where that goes. And what's interesting too is that this is another Amethyst item that seems like that characters are looking for. The spell book was one of them, and now the Sorcerer's Hat is another. So I would love to see kind of where this, in terms of lore and story, where this is going to kind of go. So I'm a sucker for like the Wizard Mickey, the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I love that art of Mickey, really cool. Who knows, maybe we'll get a Wizard Minnie. That'd be pretty awesome if she's able to get this hat. So really cool card, really well designed card. It synergizes well with its ink. And I think this will see play. To what extent, I'm not sure. How many copies? I still think this might be like a one of you run your deck possibly. But yeah, and the fact that it's inkable is huge. So cool card. It's a good card. It's a useful card. And yeah, I'm really actually pretty excited about it for Amethyst. Alright, the last card we have that was revealed today, I believe this is the first legendary that was revealed for Into the Inklands. This is Jim Hawkins, obviously from Treasure Planet, for those who don't know. And we're going to kind of get into the implications of the locations and stuff like that in like a future video. But I do want to kind of go over this because this was revealed actually today, the day I'm recording this. He is 5 cost, inkable, is Ruby 4/4. The Storyborn hero can quest for 2. His first effect, when you play this character, you may play a location with a cost of 4 or less for free. That feels insanely good. It's when you play this, so like, it's not like you even have to wait for your next turn or something. It's like you, on turn 5, you play this guy, and then boom, you slap on your location for free, and you might even be able to. Well, actually, let's get to the next effect. Whenever you play a location, this character may move there. For free. This card's kind of insane. If locations are as good as we think they might be, maybe they're not like the best to start, but eventually they probably will be, and it seems like this set is focused on that. This card like seems crazy. You on turn, he's only a 5 cost, so you play 5, or you spend 5 to play him. You play your location for free, and then you immediately move him to that location and gain whatever effect you'll gain on that location when you move a character there, which I'm sure plenty of locations will have, whether it's gaining lore or doing something else. Really cool card, really good card. And also, one thing that's been noticed in the art, like his head, like his hair is kind of going, like he's kind of breaking the border here. You see that? The first time we're seeing that, so that's pretty cool. Really good card, and it's very dependent on how good the locations are in this for his playability, but I imagine there's going to be some good ones that he'll synergize with very well. I'm excited for the locations. Again, we'll talk about it in a future video, but like, yeah, Jim Hawkins, Space Traveler, the first legendary, I believe is the first legendary revealed from Into the Inklands, and it's a good one. It's definitely a good one, and it's also nice that he quests for 2. Alright, so those are all the cards we're going over today. Let me know, what do you think of them? Are there any you're super excited for? Any you really want to pull from your booster packs? And what do you think? Do you think Jim Hawkins is going to be as good as I think he is? I think he's going to be crazy, but I'm excited for locations and all that. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of these cards, and what character or item or song would you like to see revealed next? Yeah, so that's all I got for you today. And Illumineers, I will see you on the next one. Later.